Hello again. Here we are, Coffee and a Card Day. Welcome to um, me sharing some products from the new Annual Stampin' Up catalog. I'm Lorraine Sish, Stampin' Up demonstrator in the US. I am in the Baltimore area, and I welcome you to my live, or if you're watching the recording, welcome as well. I invite you to leave a comment or say hello. Always like to know who's watching and from where. It's amazing to see how many people we can reach and share our love of stamping together. So we'll wait a couple minutes for some people to hop on, and I appreciate you coming today. Like I said, whether you're live or watching the replay, it's always fun to see. Good morning, Debbie and Tina. Tina's from Oakland. Yep. Hey, Tina, nice to see you on today. Yeah, good morning. Well, it's afternoon, Debbie. Oh, but you're in Arizona. Okay, so well, it depends where you are. Is that 2 hour difference, or it's not quite 3 yet, right? 2. Well, anyway, soon to be afternoon, Debbie. Okay. Okay, it is coffee and a card, but I've already had a whole lot of coffee, so I'm drinking water. So we can say water and a wow project, I hope. Anyway, hi, Susan. Oh, chilly Florida. What's the temperature down there? Oh, 3 hours behind, Debbie? Okay. All right. I know I don't remember where the cutoff is. So, okay, yes, good morning to you. Yeah, Susan, what's the temperature in Florida right now? It's a little cool here, but this afternoon has warmed up a bit. So grab your beverage, whatever you're drinking. Right now, for me, it's water. I had half a cup of coffee before I left for my Cards for Troops, and then I had a large coffee when I got there. So yeah, I'm running today. 61 now and 30s left. Whoa, 30s. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you on today. Hope you're feeling better. All right. So yeah, we're just going to do sort of an extension of something I showed you last night. If you were on, then you saw that I shared some new products that I got. I didn't do any stamping in front of you, but I did showed you some cards that I made with some of the new products. And I'm going to continue that today and show you some things that we can do with that. Hi, Nadine and Patty. Okay, yeah, cool all over. It's actually a very nice day. It was cool this morning. I went out with just a little jacket, but it was a little chilly. I said, you know what? I'm going to be in the car. I'm just going to go right into the coffee shop. I didn't feel like I needed to put more on, it doesn't have daylight savings time. That's right, Debbie. Okay. Yeah. When my family traveled out there once, we ran into that. But what is the Indian reservation does, but the rest of the state doesn't. Is that right? So yeah, we were driving through all these places, and some places had it, some places didn't, and we didn't know what time we were at. Luckily, we were just driving to get to a hotel. We get to the hotel, and we were trying to go out to dinner, and we went to this place that was supposed to have this buffet, this other hotel, and we walked in, and it said it was starting at 5. We were starving, by the way. And so we walked in. The place is like the tables aren't set up, nothing's happening. And we kind of looked at the people at the desk and said, I thought dinner was starting at 5. We were obviously travelers. I thought they're starting at 5. They said, yeah, we are. So I'm looking at my watch in front of this lady. And I said, oh, okay, so I thought maybe they're just behind. They're casual here, laid back, not staying on time, whatever. But boy, they're going to get this put together real fast. And I'm waiting and waiting. And I said, are they going to be starting soon? She said, yeah, at 5. I said, but isn't it 10 after right now? She goes, no, it's only 4 o'clock. Well, she made me stand there, and she's probably just laughing at me, saying, Okay. I mean, we're obviously travelers. I'm sure they get this all the time. She could have said, yeah, do you realize, sweetheart, that it's only 4 o'clock now or whatever? So I was a little, meanwhile, I wasted that time waiting and we were so hungry. And we said, well, we're obviously going someplace else. And it was a good Mexican restaurant and it was yummy. But yeah, they could have told me that, right? Don't you think? Oh, my goodness. So, anyway, oh, hi, Brenda. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Um, no, it's not a replay. This is live. It is live right now. So, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm going to get started and let me just see if anyone else is here. Oh, Donna in Oklahoma. Welcome to you as well. Okay, so people who went to the Onstage Stampin' Up! Convention were able to order products early, so I ordered them and I rushed delivery them to my house so I could have them for you by this weekend. So let me grab the cards that I made. Part of going to Onstage is we are invited, it's not mandatory, invited to do some swaps. So you make as many swaps as you want. 1, 2, 5, 20, 80, 100, whatever. And then whoever's swapping, you can swap the cards and get lots of ideas. So this was one card that I got from my swap. Let me just do a little bit different view here. And I thought it was just such a nice, easy way to use your DSP, show off 3 different designs, and then all you have to stamp is your sentiment. And I love the monochromatic look to this card. This was done by Lou Inman, and it doesn't say where she's from, but I liked the card. And as you can see, the front is a little shorter than the full size, so that when you open it, you have your strip of DSP here. So very simple layout, easy cutting. You don't have a lot of different measurements I have to cut. And like I said, it shows off all the patterns of your DSP. So I decided to take this layout and just go through different products from the new catalog using this layout. All right. So I didn't want to make too many different variables, keep some things consistent. And I encourage you to do that too. A lot of you say, oh, no, I can't create anything new. You don't have to. Take something that you like, a card layout, change the color, change the font, change the DSP. Find little ways to make it a little bit different, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Go with something that you already have that you like and just change it up. So this layout is going to be consistent across all the products that I'm using. So these were some of the other cards that I showed yesterday. This was with, get it out here. This was with some very pretty floral paper and the new Darling Duckling color. You can see it's sort of a greenish yellow, very kind of a soft color, I would say, not a bright, a little lighter than the crushed curry, but sort of along those lines. All right, so this is the Floral Impressions. You have a variety of papers here, but I wanted to show off the yellow. So I chose those beautiful sunflowers or black-eyed Susans. Hard to tell, but call them what you may. They're pretty. And these are the other papers. You have a variety of flowers and a variety of colors on that. So, like I said, just using the same layout and changing up the paper a little bit. Okay, let me give it a little bit different look here again. Oopsie, hold on. Oops, I'm getting all my little things here all mixed up. Why can't I get what I'm looking for? There we go. Too many options. Come on, it's not moving over. Ah, ta-da! There we go. Now you can see that bigger. Okay, then I took another set of DSP, and this is, let me see where I put it. I didn't have it with my 12 by 12s. Okay, this card used some of this gorgeous, gorgeous paper here called Beautiful Gallery. And they are all, well, mostly a lot of things that look like they were oil painted. Just beautiful. You can almost feel the texture on those, you know, you can see the brush strokes. I love this one too. Oh, so pretty. And then there are some other images that remind me of, you know, like a vintage wallpaper. And some are sort of sketchy, a sketch look to them. Okay, like that. Uh-oh, did I freeze? Okay, well, all right, there we go. I hope you didn't get interrupted like I did. I had some sketch looks, look like old, I don't know, journal or something. I love that one that has the botanical names on it. So this is really, really pretty. Love those. So I made this card with that paper, and I coordinated this beautiful damask embossing folder, trying to get the light just right. Well, when I take pictures of it, you'll be able to see that better. All right, so there we go. Notice the same punch, the same layout, just you can get a variety of looks with that. And then the next one, I used 2 different papers. This one, see, it's all so new. I don't even know the names yet. Florals in Bloom. And a lot of the names are so similar, right? Floral impressions, florals and blooms, this flower, that flower. They're all so pretty. I love the bright color flowers with the subtle cloud cover and the secret sea. Okay, they look really, really nice together. So that's how I paired these up. This one I did a double layer on the label because I didn't like just the secret sea, but if I didn't do that, this seemed to be too much of a light color. I wanted to tie in some of the secret sea that I used here to define that area just a little bit more. You notice this part here? It's a foil that's embossed. And that is called Flower Garden Foils. Comes in the cloud cover. You have 2 of each patterns. You have a floral, and then you have this grid pattern here, 2 at 1 each of those, and then you have the same 2 in they call it Pretty in Pink. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. It looks a little darker, but it is foil, so it's hard to keep that color consistent. And then this is the Strawberry Slush. Okay, so it really is stunning. Okie dokie, so that's that. We have 4 cards in that layout. I'm going to show you 2 more today using different products. Okay. So good afternoon to the new people who joined on. Nicoletta from Italy. Nice to see you here. Nancy, thank you for coming on. And okay, designer series paper. Oh, I said DSP. I'm so sorry. I try to interchange that. We're just so used to saying DSP. Actually, it drives me crazy when there are so many things with initials now, right? You can't have a disease without just naming it a letter. You know, this is it. You know, I say, what is that? I don't know. Anyway, this is the front cover of the annual catalog. I can show you products and I could show you projects made with things from the catalog that I was able to pre-order, but I can't open it up to you. I'm sorry. If you're a demonstrator, you can see it online. And you will get your first copy in your first order when you place your first order if you're a demonstrator. Okay, if you do not already have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours and help you. So if you are not already getting a catalog from me and you would like one, then please email me at Lorraine@stampwithlorraine.com. A lot of Lorraine's in there. Lorraine@stampwithlorraine.com. Request the catalog and give me your address, phone number, full name, and I can send that to you. All right. I do need to make my mailing list for Stampin' Up! To send out catalogs by the end of the month. So if you don't already have a demonstrator, then you can request a catalog from me. Okay. All right. here we go. First card I'm going to use, I showed last night, this fun celebratory sips, it's called. It's a package of 12 by 12. It looks to me like just the designer series paper, or DSP, is available on the online exclusive. Stampin' Up! Has the hard copy of the catalog and has things from the catalog, but there are also plenty of things just online on the website. So, but you can get this paper in the catalog with a sticker sheet. Okay, good for like some of those elements that are already cut out, or a large banner, or something. I don't remember exactly what's there, but it's a sheet that has these stickers that, scrapbookers are used to using stickers, so you can use it on scrapbooks, but you can also use it on cards. Okay, so anyway, these fun summertime drinks are what I'm going to use this time. So you've got your little punch things, you've got your wine, you've got your condiments to go along, nice cool ice cubes. Looks like summer to me. Love it. And in addition to the drinks, there are also some floral elements. Like I said, real summertime vibe here. And of course, your back patterns are a little bit more subtle and graphic to complement those more busy patterns. All right, so this is the new Timid Tiger. That's the new Secret Sea. This is some Blackberry Bliss with the Strawberry Slush. Strawberry Slush is a new color. That's a returning new color, I should say. Here's some of the Cloudy Sky. And so you have a nice complement of bright versus the more subtle patterns. Okay, so if you want to make these cards, I did put the measurements in the description for the reminder for the video that I posted just about an hour ago. So you can look there for the measurements. But I will tell you here, if you want to write them down or if you're crafting along, you're going to start with a piece of cardstock that's 5.5, which is typical. We usually take the 8.5, or you're going to cut it down to 7.25. All right, so it's 5.5 tall by 7.25 long. That's going to give us a shorter front. So then you're going to score it the same as we usually do, 4.25. This is the Strawberry Slush, by the way. And then you're going to fold it so that the shorter part is the card front. Use your bone folder to give that a nice crease. And then you need 3 different pieces of designer series paper. Or if you notice on one of those cards that I made, instead of the designer series paper, I did an embossed look. Okay, so anyway, you need 3 separate pieces to make up your card. One of them is going to be a more bold focal point image. So my focal point is going to be this with the drinks, and that's going to be 2 inches by 4 inches. We need a cardstock match for that, which is just a 1/4 inch more. So 2.25 by 4.25. I'm going to glue those together. Shaking down my glue, get my exercise. I was telling my friend that I stamped with today at Cards for Troops that when I host in-person events, I give my guests the new glue, and I end up using the dregs, let's call it. So it's always a pleasure when I can start a new glue and not have to shake it down. Ah, there we go. It feels so much more relaxing. Okay, so on some other cards, I did this the same color as my card base, but I wanted some contrast here. If you look here, this was the same color. This was, well, there's a lot of white and the old olive in here. And this was the same color, which is all fine. But for this one, I wanted a little contrast to show off the white background. I thought it would look nicer with the darker secret seat. Okay, then we need our two other pieces of cardstock. This one is 2 3/4 wide by 5 1/4 tall. That's going on the front. So it's actually the back of what I'm using here. When you're cutting something like this, you might want to consider how you're cutting it. You might have wanted to move it over more if you wanted more of that big picture or whatever. I felt there was enough of the drinks in the middle here that I could cut it where I did. Sometimes you might need to adjust exactly where you're cutting, not just from the edge of the paper in. So consider how you want your images to fall. Okay, I love this. Isn't that so fun? That cute little with polka dots there. They're irregular shapes and some are bigger and smaller. So I just thought that looked really, really cute against there. So because I had the dark color here, I wanted to bring in a little bit more of the dark color just so that wasn't just standing alone. So I'm going to put this one here. On the screen, it kind of looks a little black, doesn't it? It's actually that really, really dark blue. And this one has these little splotchy dots on it. Some are bigger, some are smaller. They're actually in little rows. So there you go. You can see it with the sheen on there, right? Okay, so I want to bring a little of that color in. And that's 1 inch by 5 1/4. Because you want it to be that 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And then for the inside, you want 2 3/4 by 5 1/4 to go right there. Now, at first I looked at when I was making this card, I said, oh, I really don't want that much space in between here, but don't be tempted to make it wider because when it's closed, you don't want that to show. If you made it just that 1/8 of an inch border like we're used to, then it's going to show on the edge here. So 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And of course, you can stamp something on the inside there or fussy cut a little image, which I might do. And then you can also, if you wanted, you could put another piece of designer paper here too. I love the Stampin' Up! Designer paper because it's double-sided and you can have choices of which side you want. Okay, so now this is going to go across here. I'm going to have it overlap a little bit onto there, or if you wanted, you can just leave it right there because that looks kind of fun too, right? And it could open like this. It's not a big deal. Maybe it might look better with the dark border so it doesn't go across there. Who knows? All right, I'll do that one just a little differently. Let's put it right there. Why not? See what I mean about just changing it up a little bit? If you were to have it hanging over, remember to just put glue on the back of the left side so that it doesn't stick over there and keep your card closed. All right, doesn't that look cute? Great for a summer party or barbecue or something. All right, then I'm going to use my to the point punch. And hi, Tanya. Nice to see you. Hi, Shirley. Yeah, the color looks black on the screen. I know. When we were looking at it on stage, on the big screens, everything, it looks black. It's really, really, really dark blue. I compared it to Night of Navy side by side in my video last night. Okay, so I'm going to punch label here. I'm going to stamp it with just a note from this Notes and Totes stamp set. It has a coordinating die that actually cuts out a tote bag. Really cute. All the summer things. Heart sunglasses, some shells, and some water bottles and a scarf to hang off the tote bag. The tote bag can be a card element, or you can actually make it a 3D bag and put a little treat inside. It was really, really cute. We all fell in love with that. Okay, so just the notes. I love really thinking of pairing up fonts with a similar style that coordinates with my images. Because this is kind of fun, a little sketchy, little very casual look to it. I like, excuse me, a casual font. And I thought this one would be good. And we're going to stamp that in, let's use the Secret C. Now, I recommend when you have your photopolymer stamps to give them a little cleaning, a little wash before you use them. Usually what I do when they're new, I just take this thin layer off of here, leave them stuck on here, and in the sink after I close the drain, just in case one of them falls off, I'm not going to lose it. I just with my fingers, I just brush just a little bit of dish detergent, just a drop. You don't need it to get it all fuzzy, whatever, just a drop. And I just run my finger over that. And then I give it a rinse, make sure all the soap comes off. And it's all on here so I can do them all at once. And fortunately, I did not have time to do all that yet, but I'm hoping this comes out okay. Because there are sometimes residual oils from the processing on these stamps, and it could make your ink bead up a bit. Okay, so that's not bad. That worked out all right. Okay, remember, in the back here, there are some stickers, some labels that you can use to put on your ink pad so that you can see them from the side. I just didn't get to do that yet, but you can just peel these off and put them on here. Some people have said, oh, I didn't even notice that. So I'm showing you now in case you didn't know. Some things that you just assume everybody knows. But so there you go. You have that there. And then I like to take this plain one. It doesn't have a name on it. Well, you could put one with a name on it too if you want. It can go in this little groove here. So when your ink pad is open and that you can't tell what color it is right away, when you have the label there, it's easier to see. So decide, you can put the one with the name on it if you like, or just the plain color. All right, now we want to make that, that double layer to the punch. And you don't have to if you don't want to, but this is how you do it. Give that a little punch. And then just cut it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's not going to be seen. And then you're just going to layer this with a split behind it. No one's going to see the split. So you're going to see a little bit on top and a little bit below. So I'll put some glue on the back here. And leave as much border as you like. I just bent that a little bit. Not good. Okay, there we go. Pressed it down. Okay, and then you do the same thing on the bottom. I love my punches. So quick and easy. You can always stamp this sideways too. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm off the camera. You can stamp it this way if you like as well. So, that punch can go either way. All right, so I'm going to put that here, or maybe I'll, what, the others are low. I'm going to put this one a little higher so that I get some of that contrast of color of the yellow there. I'm going to have this hang over just a little bit. I'll put that on with some dimensional. Can't live without our dimensionals, right? Hi, Cindy. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I can give you some tips and tricks. I mean, it's certainly always worth mentioning because you never know who's heard what. So forgive me if you heard some of this before, but reminders are always good. And some people haven't heard some of the tips or tricks. I'm going to use a couple of my little minis. Go up here. I don't like things to look saggy. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Did you catch it? Were you cringing when I was doing this? I want this part to hang over, so I do not want dimensionals over here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to make it hang over because if I do, we're going to see this split here. So I apologize. What I could do, if I did want that to hang over, so you make mistakes, but then you fix it. You find a way to get around it. If I wanted it to hang over, I could put this in the back like that, and it would hide that. So you know what? Just because I'm going to do that. I know I'm wasting some dimensionals here, but just want to show you how to get around this. Okay, a lot more dimensionals where that came from. It's okay. I could use my take your pick tool with that little paddle end, but this is just as easy for me right now. Now let me see. Okay. Nope, those little guys are going to be in the way. They coming off too. So yeah, love reminders. Okay, good. All right, so pretend that didn't happen. Here we go. If you don't want to show, just punch out another one and cover up that gap in between. So here we go. Okay, just kind of like erase, rewind, go back to go. And it kind of looks pretty with that double on the inside as well. And it makes it a little thicker too, so that if somebody goes to turn it there, it's not going to bend as much. All right, here we go. Now put your dimensionals on as usual. Oh, wrong side, Lorraine. Almost did it again. Put one in the middle. I'm going to put little ones on the top and bottom. Okay, so this part's going to hang over. Oh, I did it upside down. It's been one of those days. One of those days. See, we all make little goofs. Luckily, this is an easy one to fix. Ta-da! Dimensionals on the other side. Look to see where your sentiment is. Ladies and gents. Here we go. Great save, thanks. Yep, there's always an embellishment or just change your mind, take different routes. And no matter what, just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the ride, right? Okay, I think we got it now. We have just the note. Ta-da! We did it. I've got a little glue smudge here. Love my adhesive eraser. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these, but we don't anymore. But you know what? You can get them at any craft store. You can get on Amazon. I got a whole dozen of them for real cheap. It's pretty easy. Whew, there we go. Finally got that done. Okie dokie. So enjoy your summertime cocktails and your card. Just a note, we're having some cocktails later. So there you go. Invite somebody over with a beautiful card. Okay, now let's move on to one other card, same layout. I'm going to be using the turtles. All right, I got the turtle set when I did an after hours additional crafting night on Friday night last week. Can't believe it's been a week already. My goodness, this week has just flown by. So I got the turtle set, and then when I had my pre-order, I did. I got the designer paper and the embossing folder, and they're really cute. Cute. I put that back there so I don't lose it. So this one is Notes and Totes. I love sending warm wishes, relax and enjoy. Exclusive made just for you. Newsflash, you're fabulous. So grateful. A true story. Okay, some little bit different sentiments there. All right, so this set is called Turtley Awesome. There's another set, Turtley something. I'm forgetting offhand, but anyway, it's a mega suite, one of those suites that has 2 stamp sets, dies, and all these coordinating products. All right, so we have the dies to cut out all 3 turtles, and the ice cream cone, flower, birthday cake, hat, all these things. You can even add a banjo. You can add a hat, a chef hat, and an apron, and another little farmer's hat. You can a microphone for him to sing, and this cuts out the birds. So a lot of little dies there. You can build upon them. I have not played with all of them yet, but we're going to do that now. All right. Also, those dies cut out the designer paper, some of those images there. So if you didn't want to stamp it and color it in, then just go to the designer paper. And you've got these fun little guys here. The dies cut out this shape, and the one that's where he's on his back down here. Right, so you've got some gardening and bird watching people, turtles. You've got musicians and fun patterns on the back, stripes, music notes, turtle shell. And these guys are, I'm saying, like doing some old-fashioned things. Picnic, the bike, the ice cream, and just having fun. And these guys are barbecuing and swimming, having summer fun. Okay. And you've got some fun little party designs on the back there. All right, then one of the sheets, you can cut these. Stampin' Up has done this with other things too. You can cut these, and just these can be your layers, and then you can build your turtle scenes on there. Look at the bride and groom. Isn't that so cute? All right, so here you got your stage. You can put your little musicians on there. Here they are picnicking. You can do that. You can put them on the beach. So fun options as well. Okay. Yeah, we all have days. Thank you. Thanks, Cindy. All right. The turtle textures cuts out this fun little, like the shapes on the back of a turtle. So that's really cool. It could be like waves, or little rings in a pond or something. If you did it in blue, perhaps. Just thinking outside the box. You never know. I love thinking of different alternatives for things. So for this one, I am using garden green for my base. I have my 2 3/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch designer paper as my background for the front. And on this side here, I'm going to use one of those designs that has the turtle shell pattern on it. Okay, there's one that's bigger and there's one that's smaller. Using the small one. And that's a little bit darker green. Well, it has both the granny apple and the garden green in there. I thought that would be nice contrast. All right. And then we're going to put our white on the inside. The white and the front designer paper is the same size, if that's helpful to you. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so making sure that's not going to show. And then for the front part, instead of designer paper, I am using this embossed piece here. So this is 2x4. This is 1/4 inch bigger, 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to layer that up. So see what I mean? It doesn't have to always be all 3 designer paper. It could just add different texture, use embossing on one of the layers. On the other cards, I did the embossing piece here. Well, this time we're going to do it here, right, because I wanted that to be a nice background to the turtle. So I'm going to grab that turtle paper and I'm going to, I want this guy to face right, because that's kind of how you're opening the card. You know, just one of those things that I feel it should go that way. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this guy here because I want him facing that way. I'm going to not cut up the cake. I might use that for something else. All right. Just cutting around there randomly. And then I'm going to die cut that out. I have my mini machine here. It's nice to have that handy on my desk so I don't have to take the big machine out and take up a lot of space. I wouldn't recommend the mini for your only machine, but it is nice as an alternative if you're traveling or if you don't want to take up a lot of room on your desk. Just keep it within arm's reach and you're all good. Now, 2 of these turtle dies, the one I'm using right here with his arm out, and this one here that goes the other way when you cut it, it's going to be facing this way. All right. Okay. Their arms, here we go. I have to think how it goes back. This part of the arm actually cuts a slit so that you can stick something under the arm or the hand, you know, like that banjo or the ice cream cone or whatever else you want him to hold. I'm just going to use my washi tape to hold that in place. Run that through. There we go. Carefully pull off your washi tape. Don't want to spoil your image. You notice I just keep using the same washi tape until it has absolutely no more stickiness to it. Okay, now watch. Let me put my die back so I don't lose it. Where was this? Okay. Here we go. Okay, watch. Look. See, his little arm comes out so you can stick something in there like he's holding something. Isn't that neat? Very cute idea. So that's what we're going to do. He's going to be holding the sentiment. I'm going to put this piece on so I know where this little fella's got to be. And then instead of using the punch with the label, I'm just going to make a little banner. He's going to be holding the banner and wishing somebody happy birthday. So I'm going to put this on so I know how to set up the rest of my card. I know that when I'm putting this down, I know that I could put glue at least up to the halfway part here. So that's what I'm going to do on the back. I have the proper side this time too. So I'm just saying a little short of halfway. And then I know I could put a little bit on this edge here, measuring that I don't go too tall. And that'll get adhesive on most of the part that's going to hold this little piece on. All right, now this guy's going to go there, and we have a little piece here that I thought we can put under him like this, and he could be holding that little sign. So we're going to use Hooray on here. Here it is. On this one, the cover images are 80% of the actual stamps. So sometimes make sure you notice that. Sometimes I'll look, oh, that's a good size, but it actually is bigger. So just keep that in mind. So that will fit on my, oh, that's about a 1/2 inch, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 3/4. So as I look, a little bit bigger than 1/2. Okay. I would like to use, let's see, I'm wondering what color to use. I'm almost tempted to use, there's a little pink on his cheeks. I'm almost tempted to bring in a little of that. Should we give it a try? I wonder. Let's just give it a whirl. If I don't like it, there's plenty more scraps where this came from. Might just be a nice contrast. I want to think, I don't want words covering where the Hooray is going to go. So if I keep it a little to the right, then we should be good. Especially if I don't mess that up. Okay, a little short because the Y's here, the H almost got cut off, but it's okay. How good do we expect turtles to make a banner anyway, right? Okay, maybe I'll take a little memento and maybe I'll put a few little music notes on there because they're awfully cute. Here they are. I used to be a music teacher, so I could have some music notes when we can, right? Get that little pink note over there. Okay, I'm glad they are pretty true to what notes really look like. It bothers me when people try to make G-clef or try to make notes and they're the wrong way or whatever. Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well. All right, so now we're going to have him hold that like that. I'm going to stick that under, and then I'm going to pop him up with dimensionals. I want his other arm to be seen. I don't want to cover it completely. I do want it to be seen a bit so that it looks like he's holding it from behind. Okay, so I will put a little adhesive here, glue. Pick that up. I'm going to use my silicone mat because the glue will not stick to it. And I can move that around a little bit. Okay, so it came through that hole where the arm used to be. I'm going to put just a dot of glue under his hand. So that will stay down. Okay, it hasn't fully dried, so I can straighten it out. Okay, then that's going to go across like that. I do like it with the pink. I like bringing that little bit of pink in there. It looks fun. Let's put dimensionals on. Support his head for sure. Yeah, I go overboard with my dimensionals. I know, but I don't like things looking shoddy, looking like they're falling apart. Okay, let's see how this is going to turn out. I have these ideas, and as you know, I don't always do them ahead of time. So you get the raw deal here. Okay, thanks, Nadine. Your boys might like that, huh? It's really cute. I'm going to have it overlap here because I don't want my banner to go beyond here. So, and it's okay that it's kind of centered on the card there anyway. Oh, look how cute. Now the only thing he needs is a party hat. And there is one here on the set. I'll take the music notes off. Little party hat. Get some scrap paper. We have tons of that for sure. Ooh. Ta-da. I'm going to take my markers and I think since there's a little of that cloud cover, I'm going to make the background that light blue, and I'll bring in the pink again, the strawberry slush for the polka dots and fringe on the top. There we go. You know what? There is a die for this, but I don't mind fussy cutting. And this is a little thing. If I needed to do a bunch of these, then maybe I would use the die. I really don't mind cutting. That's an easy one. Put just a little bit on the bottom of the hat so it sticks to him. And before I put it down, actually, I'm going to cut. I'm actually going to cut a mini dimensional in half or smaller just to support that little top there. What happened to my other minis? Okay, I always keep a pair of scissors just for sticky things. Actually, I cut a piece of the edge. Okay, my other take your pick tool was used for something else. So I have a different poker tool here. Pokey tool. That's the official name, a pokey tool. Okay, here we go. So that glue is on his head and the dimensional is behind. So cute, right? So cute. And then on the inside, I would put, hope your birthday is totally awesome. All right, so I'm not going to take the time to do that. You can understand how that will go. I'll do that later. So here we go. Same layout. And oh, I forgot the gems. Shades of green hexagons, again, to coordinate with those turtle shell shapes. And look at all the pretty colors that you can get here. So let's put a couple of these on. Maybe down here, I could take one of the big ones. Have to get a little shine, right? And then up here, a bit different one. I don't want it to be like right smack in the middle. I'm going to offset it a little bit, I think, maybe there. And I'll take a lighter green one, a smaller one. That show up enough? Yeah, I guess it would. No, I'm gonna keep the same tones. It shows up a little bit better. All right, so that makes a little fun, right? Okay, so let me just recap, bring them all back, and then I hope you can try this layout with whatever products you have, all inspired by this first card. All right, so that was my swap from Lou, and then we were able to create all of these. So I will take pictures of these, put them in a new post, and then when you do your cards with this style, I hope you can post yours as well, right? So, yeah, Nadine, can't forget those embellishments. Lois, yeah, bit of glitter, my glitter girl. Absolutely. So I hope you like this, and I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Back to original 10 o'clock coffee and a card time. And please make sure to come back and share your own creations as well. All right. Okay. Let me just go through if I missed any other comments. Oh, Cindy asked, is that strawberry slush for the base of the card? This one is, yes. Strawberry slush. It's a fun color. It really is kind of like a very light strawberry color, like a strawberry lemonade kind of a color. So real pretty. Okay, I think I got everybody else. That color just looked black. Yeah, but you know what? I like that strawberry slush with black too. That's a nice contrast there. Okay, you're getting addicted, Brenda. Okay, well, join the club. That's what we're all here for, to share what we love. So, all right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Take care now.